Mike 54. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Got it.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the out.
Come on. Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Let him know. Right there. 54. Right there.
Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Check curls. Check 26. Showing it. Joker. Check. Lucky. Under 10. 10.
On third down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10.
Come on now. Check that. Even.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Slam. Check 9.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. Watch 25.
Check. Watch 54. Nice.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's got Evans. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
11 yards there, 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a
blitz coming, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check three, check three. Check three, check three, check three. Easy, easy, easy.
Who's that?
Now Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Check, check, check. Go, go. Check, check.
Stick one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining.
Here
we go, G, get up.
Mark that.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check it hot read. 36.
Back.
Check the backer.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. That's all right.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Run left. Be ready. All go special.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. 25, check 25, check 25. Gun. Check 4.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this. Second quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Seahawks 0.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at the 3. A bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Flip. Check 50, check 50. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Come on, run that. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Easy. Sponge. No.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Draw play, Edmonds. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
From the red zone now, Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
54, 90. Check. Watch the defense drop. They supply now. Hey, alert 3. Check.
From the gun, Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown, baby.
O.J. Howard, his third touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
You think you won't get this? Check. He's crazy.
Throwing is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dayon Buchanan leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike 20.
Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And how about that for just running out the clock? That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here I come. Here I come. Deuce, 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 deuce. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
25, 25. Good job right there. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Now Edmonds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Check 24, check 24. Hey, stop.
2nd down, this is Wilson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd down.
Ready. Blue lady. Check right 54. Right 54. And green 17. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. 54. 54. Here we go, G. Here we go.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. L.J. Collier in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got you. I got you. You go tight. 18. You got tight right there.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
You got it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Devin White, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Another carry now for Edmonds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And got his man complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it here with Edmonds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here I come again.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Saquon Barkley, 83 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but now it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Out. 36 power. Check out.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second and 10.
Alert. Mike 20.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Back.
Check the backer.
Shit. Hey, alert. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Hey, watch it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way. So
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
He's checking. One left. 25, check 25. Good.
They'll run with McKissick. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Here comes the ball. I say,
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits Moore. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Tighten up.
He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. Oh, eluding the tackle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the blitz does come. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs have just about wrapped up the victory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. So time has run out on what will be a